Once upon a time, in a temple high above the clouds, lived a young monk named Tenzin. Tenzin had dedicated his life to the pursuit of enlightenment, studying under the wise Master Rinzin. But despite his deep commitment, Tenzin struggled with a restless mind. Thoughts raced through his head like a torrent. Worries about the future, regrets from the past, endless questions and fears. No matter how hard he tried, his mind was filled with constant chatter. It was as if his thoughts had become a storm, and he was lost within it. Tenzin felt frustrated. He wondered, how can I ever find peace when my mind is so chaotic? One day he approached his master and asked, "Master Rinzin, my mind is like a wild monkey jumping from one thought to another. I cannot find stillness. What should I do?" Master Rinzin: "Tenzin, our minds are like a river. When the water is turbulent, we cannot see clearly, but when the river is calm, the bottom becomes visible. Come with me, let me show you something." At the edge of the pond, Master Rinzin bent down and picked up a handful of pebbles. He tossed them into the still water, creating ripples that spread across the surface. Master Rinzin: "Observe the water, Tenzin. Do you see how the pebbles create ripples that disturb the surface?" This is how your thoughts are. Each thought is like a pebble tossed into the pond of your mind. When you focus on each thought, you only create more ripples, more disturbance. But if you allow the water to settle, it will become calm again. The mind is the same. The key is not to fight the thoughts, but to let them come and go like ripples on the water. Tenzin looked at the pond, seeing the ripples slowly fade away. He felt a moment of understanding, but still asked, "But Master, how do I let go of the thoughts when they are so loud, so persistent?" Master Rinzin: "Come, I have another lesson for you." Master Rinzin led Tenzin to a small wooden table with 2 cups and a teapot. The cups were already filled to the brim with tea. Master Rinzin began to pour more tea into Tenzin's cup, and soon the tea overflowed and spilled onto the table. "Tenzin?" "Master, the cup is already full. Why do you continue to pour?" Master Rinzin: "Ah, Tenzin, just like this cup, your mind is overflowing with thoughts. If you want peace, you must first empty your mind. Only an empty cup can be filled. To calm the mind, start by observing your thoughts without attachment. Like a distant observer, watch them come and go. Do not judge them, do not cling to them, and do not fight them. Just watch." Tenzin nodded, realizing that his attempts to control his thoughts were only adding more tea to an already overflowing cup. Over the following days, Tenzin began to practice this lesson. Each morning he sat by the pond, closed his eyes and observed his thoughts. He noticed how they came and went like clouds passing across the sky. He didn't chase them or fight them, he simply watched. At first it was difficult. The thoughts seemed even louder, but with time Tenzin found that the thoughts started to settle, like the ripples in the pond. The chatter in his mind began to quieten. One day, as he sat in meditation, he felt a deep stillness within. A profound sense of calm washed over him. For the first time, he experienced the true silence of his mind, a silence that was not empty, but full of peace. Tenzin approached Master Rinzin with newfound clarity. "Master," he said, "I have found the silence within, but how do I keep it amidst the noise of life?" Master Rinzin: "Tenzin, the key is to carry this mindfulness with you in all things. When you eat, be fully present with the food. When you walk, feel each step. When you breathe, feel the breath entering and leaving your body. The mind is busy because it is lost in the past or the future. To calm it, anchor yourself in the present moment." To test his newfound calm, Master Rinzin took Tenzin to a busy market, filled with loud noises, chatter, and distractions. Tenzin began to feel the familiar pull of anxiety, the urge to retreat from the noise. But then he remembered his master's words. Instead of resisting the noise, Tenzin allowed it to flow around him. He became aware of his breath, the feel of the ground beneath his feet, the scent of spices in the air, the warmth of the sun on his face. He was fully present, fully aware. The noise no longer seemed overwhelming. It was just another ripple in the pond, one he didn't need to fight or chase. Master Rinzin. You see, Tenzin, peace is not the absence of noise or distraction. It is the stillness within you amidst all of it. The mind will always create thoughts, but you do not have to be swept away by them. With practice, you learn to let the noise be without letting it disturb your inner calm. From that day on, Tenzin understood that the mind is like the sky, and thoughts are merely clouds passing through. Some days the sky is clear, other days it is stormy, but beneath it all, the sky remains untouched. Tenzin learned that true peace comes from within, not from changing the external world, but by changing how we relate to it. And so Tenzin continued his journey, now armed with the knowledge that to overcome a busy mind, one must practice mindfulness, stay present, and let go of the need to control every thought. The story of Tenzin reminds us all that a busy mind full of chatter and anxiety can be calmed, not by forcing it into silence, but by observing it with patience and allowing it to settle on its own. Through mindfulness, presence, and self-awareness, we find the path to inner peace.